What's up, guys? Sports Debunked here. We're going to be doing another tier list. We got the UFC grapplers. We're taking everything into account. Their BJJ, the wrestling, the takedown defense, all that good stuff is going to go into grappling as a whole. So we have S, A, B, C, D tier. I don't think any of you guys will realistically be D tier, but we have a list here. You guys will be able to see them in a second. We got about like 30-something guys, so let's get into it.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're starting off good, off the rip skis. The guy with the most takedowns in the UFC. GSP.
Easy S tier.
S tier.
This isn't going to be like debatable. If anyone doesn't think GSP has top 3 wrestling in UFC or grappling in general, you're tripping.
Just
so
smoking.
Easy.
Charles.
He has to be S. His most submissions UFC
Most
history.
submissions.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were disagreeing.
Why would I disagree? That's my guy.
That's an easy S. Easy S.
Usman.
Kamaru Usman.
I feel like his wrestling's amazing.
Yeah.
You gotta put him S, but like, because he's never gotten taken down before. Well, besides
Leon recently,
but like he doesn't have a lot of submissions.
And I know, but early in his career, he was taking down literally everybody. Like I think his most underrated performance is what he did to Tyron Woodley. Took him down like 1 billion times at ease, kept him there. And I know like we're including BJJ and stuff, but his wrestling is just so good that submissions come easy. I think he is S as well.
Okay. So we already got 3 S's off the ripski.
John Bones Jones.
I mean, he took DC down like 30 times in one of their fights.
He's got to be S.
Yeah.
He's got to be. Right?
Dude subbed.
I mean, bro, he took down DC. Who does that?
Chad Mendes?
Chad Mendes. Now, this is our non-first S.
Yeah.
This is tough to rank. I mean,
I'd say either B or A.
against Jose Aldo, he didn't really take him down. He took down Connor, but Connor got back up and ended up knocking him out. But we can't ignore the rest of his career. So
we go A.
I'm thinking A or B. A. A.
Just go A. DJ S.
These are like goats up here. I know like Charles is considered like a goat, but he's one of the best lightweights ever. John Jones the best ever. Usman probably second best welterweight behind GSP. DJ best flyweight. Like these guys, like you don't become the best ever just becoming just a straight up striker. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe Anderson Silva, some exceptions, but like these guys have unbelievable grappling. That's why they're, the goats of their respective division because they're able to do it all.
Is Henry Cejudo on this?
Yeah, I saw him. Where is he?
Here.
Yeah, okay. We got Cain Velasquez.
Go B.
I think he's one of those wrestlers that fell in love with striking and he kind of abandoned it, in his career. His wrestling as a collegiate wrestler, he was very good, but we're talking about strictly in MMA about this. Pretty much this whole video is about MMA wrestling and grappling. And
I go B, honestly.
B?
Yeah.
We could do B.
I'll go B.
Nate Diaz.
This guy's a black
He
belt,
has he gets submissions off his back. He doesn't really get takedowns. He's not like doing like inside trips and shooting doubles and singles. He's just kind of getting like straight up takedowns. So for that reason, if he's just getting taken down, pretty easily, but just having very good jiu-jitsu, overall grappling,
B.
Ben Askren. This is gonna be a tough one.
I think we put A.
Ben Askren A.
Yeah.
He's one of probably the best collegiate wrestler on this list off first look, but he got to like 17, 18-0 in MMA. I don't care where you did it. It's very impressive. So he did that all through wrestling. So I know in the UFC his career wasn't the brightest, but let's be respectful here. Put him A. Aljamain Sterling is it, yeah? I think he's A as well, bro.
He's A too.
His striking is low-key underrated. I feel like Aljamain Sterling's striking is like pretty underrated. Like his pressure, his pace, but his peanut butter and jelly
is getting you in the backpack.
It's getting you in the backpack. So I think A. I think it's A. T-Ferg. I think he's the same situation as Nate. He's always on bottom. He's always on bottom. He's always getting these submissions. But I feel like because the amount of darces he has, I think we have to put him A. Because people forget in college he was an excellent wrestler, and then he's not really shooting takedowns pretty much ever. Yeah. But he's getting a ton of submissions. So I'm gonna put him A. He's just a tad better at Nate at what he does. They're like the same person in a way. I know Nate just subbed him, but come on. S. Daniel Cormier is S. And that's literally how he got all of his wins. He'd smother you, take you down, he'd beat up on you, and then he'd sub you. Like he did that to literally everybody. Anthony Johnson. He's done it to a bunch of people. He's got to be S. Luke Rockhold, underrated grappler, underrated, very very good jiu-jitsu. He can wrestle his ass off too, but we didn't see it too much.
I say you put him at B.
So I think B is correct.
BJ Penn. You could make an argument for S, but even A too.
I think A. I feel like S is just these guys are just like supreme.
Yeah.
You know. I think BJ Penn A is fair.
Okay.
That is Damian Maya. A. Ooh. A. Because he was able to take down a lot of people too.
Yeah.
And his jiu-jitsu is like unbelievable. So Damian Maya, borderline S tier. People don't appreciate him that much for what he's done.
Brian
Ortega.
Bald one.
Yeah, when we first seen the list, we're like, who the hell is that? But then I realized Brian Ortega went bald for the zombie fight.
Jiu-jitsu is amazing, bro.
Jiu-jitsu is unreal.
So you just put him at A.
A as well?
Yeah.
Okay. A's fair, yeah. He gets every single win doing grappling. Like it's like you just got to be honest here. Like he's probably like a white belt in jiu-jitsu, just like Khabib. But like it doesn't even matter with these guys. TJ.
Amazing wrestling.
Gotta go A, right?
Yeah.
Not S though.
Not S.
No.
Ooh. B, honestly.
He's like a B plus. He likes to strike, but like he could. Yeah, B's fair. This is a tough one to rank. Mr. Brock Lesnar.
Amazing wrestling. Dude was juiced to his gills though.
Won the heavyweight strap. Wrestling.
I go B.
We
didn't see a lot of him.
We didn't see a lot of it, but like his collegiate level was so high and it transferred over. He was taking on everybody, but I think B is fine.
S.
Henry Cejudo's got to be S, guys. Come on. I mean, it's Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Stipe. His head is kind of cut off, but it's almost guaranteed it's Stipe. He's tall, new heavyweight belt. It's got to be Stipe. B. Nothing crazy. He does his best work with his hands. I think B is fair. Colby. Ooh.
I don't think he's S.
He's probably A.
Yeah, A.
Colby's like high tier A. If there was like an A plus, I'd put him there. Just this level is just so elite with it, you know. But yeah, we'll put him A. Gilbert Burns. Up until recently, we had a mutual friend of ours saying that his grappling is overrated, and I never thought it was overrated. Yeah, he hasn't had the most amount of submissions in the world, but he just beat Neil Magny in like a minute and a half, like an arm triangle. His jiu-jitsu is unreal, and his wrestling's low-key pretty good. He's been taking some people down, so I'm gonna put him A. I think taking down Wonder Boy is hard to take down. You know, like he's not the best when he's on the ground, but he's like trained his whole career to stay on the feet. So he took him down easily when he needed to. Neil Magny, he made easy work of him. Who else off the top of my head? I can't even think. He's been using a lot of his hands lately, but
Tyron Woodley, but he kind of beat him with his hands.
I think this is like a B plus A. This is a pick 'em. Doesn't really matter where you put him. Probably A. I'm just gonna say A out of respect. RDA. He's kind of like Gilbert. He subs a lot of people, but he's also good with his hands. I think B, bro.
B.
Like these guys are stand out, wrestlers right here. Roy McDonald. Later in his career, he started using it more. Earlier, he was kind of just more brawling and stuff. For that reason, I think B is fair. I don't think he's going to be up here with these guys. I just don't think so. But his wrestling is very good. But like I said, he only uses this here and there.
DP?
Okay.
No. I say B.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, B.
His jiu-jitsu is nice, but his wrestling defense and wrestling in general is ass.
Yeah. You could probably put him
with all
C.
due respect.
No.
Just because it's Poirier, he has to be B. But like, if this wasn't like him and it was a guy with his like same grappling skills, he'd probably be C. Low-key.
Yeah.
Respect. Not even gonna talk about it. We'll put him S. Zombie.
See?
He does have two twisters though. Like that has to account for something. He subbed a lot of people in his career. His jiu-jitsu is like very weird, like in a good way.
Put it B then.
It has to be. Just to be like I felt C off rip, but really thinking about what he's done, his submission game it's so tricky. Yeah, okay. That's Jacare. He's A. Jacare's A. He was breaking people's arms and stuff. Jacare's underrated fighter. I know he retired recently when he was like 40-something years old, but he's won most of his fights being a snake. It's a tough one to rank. Jiu-jitsu. His jiu-jitsu was great, excellent, but I'm not putting him C or D. I'm just like juggling it.
You could probably put him B, honestly.
B, right?
Yeah. I mean, nobody really talks about his grappling. They talk about how his knockouts and stuff.
Yeah. Dominic Cruz, he's like chain wrestling. He'd strike, shoot. I feel like he did most of his best work on his feet, though.
I see B, C.
B.
That's easy.
Another one you don't really got to talk about. This could be an A. Easy A.
If he used it.
If he ever used it. He used it early in his UFC career here. He used it early in his UFC career here and there. Like, I think he took a guy down like 18 times in one fight. But other than that, bro, he's got to be B.
Yeah.
He could be like a high A, though, if like he really stuck to it. This is our first. That is Petr Yan, right?
Yeah. I honestly put him at C.
This must be our first C. Now, we have him at C off, just our first thought, just because, I mean, the guy, like, he uses his hands. You never see him resort to wrestling, like, barely ever. And if he does, it's like in a reversal. Like, when Aljamain Sterling took him down in the second fight and he ended up, reversing and getting control time, it's never really, don't get me twisted, that's a good part of grappling. Like, that counts towards it, being able to scramble and stuff. But realistically, it's not like, he's not known for it. People don't be like, oh, Petr Yan has the best wrestling, be careful for a bantamweight, you know what I'm saying? That belongs to like Aljo and like certain other guys, but just like respectfully, he's a C because he's like the best boxer. You can't it's hard to be the best boxer in a division and an A-tier wrestler, you know what I'm saying? Like only people here and there. I think C is fair. Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you guys think he should be in the B tier or A tier, but if you really think about Petr Yan and the way he goes about his his fights and just his style, it's not something he resorts to. And when he does, it's not like the best in the world. So I think C is pretty fair for him.
No, that's valid. I don't think I'd change anything.
Yeah, we could do a quick revise. I don't see anything.
Everyone in S is okay.
S is perfect. Does anybody else need to go in S? No.
Colby kind of probably makes
this is probably the only guy that's probably shifting towards S off just like a redo, but
no, I think S is fine. A looks fine. You could probably toss
let me see if anybody in here belongs in A. Kane, Nate, Luke, Figgy, Brock, Spider, Stipe, RDA, Roy Mac, DP, Zombie. Cruz, I don't know. I think I think this looks pretty good, you guys. Obviously, you gotta you guys if you made it this far, you watched the whole video, but you gotta really think about it in depth, what they've done with grappling and just in their career, and just how good they were doing it inside the UFC. So, I think this is a pretty fair list. The only argument I could see people is probably tossing Petr Yan there, but I think he belongs in C. Like I said, you guys could change a couple of these guys, but I think the premise of it, I think we have it down pretty much to a T.
Yep. All right, this is our final standings. S, A, B, C. D wasn't really used.
You can't.
That'd be disrespectful.
Can't put anybody there.
D.
Yeah. So.
But if you guys have any comments on what do you think we should change, let us know down below. We'll be back with another kind of these videos. We like making these, and you guys obviously like them. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, guys. Take care.
Yes, sir.